The Nova Scotia housing crisis is pushing families towards homelessness as the housing market just can't keep up with the growing population. Natasha Ernst and her husband spent last summer and fall living in a school bus because they were unable to find long-term housing in the province. Natasha is joining us this morning from South Shore, Nova Scotia. Good to meet you.
Hi, good morning.
Your current situation is that you and your husband are living in an Airbnb for the winter while you work on winterizing the school bus we just described. What was your experience like living in the bus?
Living in the bus was amazing because it was definitely just our own home since we've moved so many times. It definitely had its challenges because it wasn't completely done while we were living in it in the campground. But it was a roof over our head. So we were very grateful for that, for sure. But it was fun. And we can't wait to move back into it for the summer.
And the cost then of converting the school bus is less than trying to find a home in the province where you're looking right now.
That's correct. It's really hard to get a mortgage for a house. It's really hard to even find a house to buy or rent. So this was basically kind of our only option. So it definitely, converting a school bus into a tiny home is definitely cheaper than trying to buy a house at this time.
For your documentary class in school, you're making Nova Scotia's housing crisis the subject of your final assignment. So how will your documentary show what's the current housing situation like there? Give us some examples of how difficult it is.
Well, there's people who lived in tents all summer long. There's people who have little pop-out tents, like tent trailers, tarped down and just turned into a home. So people are really just in the state of survival. And not only that, but any rental isn't really secure because the housing market is so hot right now. A lot of, landlords, owners are selling their homes, which means it doesn't really give a lot of time for the people who are renting them to find another place to live. So it's a vicious cycle right now, for sure.
Yeah, I know the argument's been made that it's not even about rent control. It's just about accessibility. There's just not enough product that's out there.
Right.
What action do you want to see taken from the provincial government?
Oh, I definitely want to see more buildings being built, like more housing being built, but also fluctuating like a rent control, but also, a wage. So like the wage meets the, rental, because right now a lot of people don't make enough money to be able to afford a place, and the places that are available, so basically just building more houses, because Nova Scotia has a really aggressive population plan right now. So a lot of people are coming here, but there's just nowhere to house anybody. So we need to kind of get our butt in gear and get some housing built, for sure.
Yeah, our Nova Scotia affiliates have done some stories on the fact that as people coming, especially during the pandemic, coming from big cities, taking advantage of lower housing prices there, but that's really jacking up the market, making a really hot market there right now.
It really is, for sure. And that's what we found is a lot of people from outer province are coming because Nova Scotia is such a beautiful place to live. So a lot of people just come and buy, a summer home or a getaway home. And then, that's vacant in the wintertime. It just kind of sits there. So it kind of feels like people are coming from out of province and buying up all the houses, and Nova Scotians and people who are kind of like here living all the time. It doesn't really give us a lot of options and a lot of places to go. So at this point, you just got to do what you got to do to have a roof over your head.
Yeah, convert a school bus or whatever it takes. Natasha, great to meet you. Thanks for bringing this to light. And as you point out, for people who can't convert a school bus. Some of them are living in tents. It's a crisis situation for sure. Thanks for joining us this morning.
It is. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.